Hi everyone, welcome to my channel. This is Manifest Tarot. I'm so happy you are here. We, you, us, we are going to look at your present moment. Your present moment, which is really the only true thing in your world, is the present moment. And when I was setting out these three decks, I chose these three decks to read with today. And I look at the bottom card the way I always do. And it was the Sun on this one, the Wheel of Fortune on this one, and the Sun on this one. So these are our three piles. And so I'm going to give you a closer look at the Sun card. For this deck, this is the After Tarot. There's a nice look at our Ten of Pentacles. This is the Tarot of the Tales. This is a folk tales inspired deck. This is the Wheel of Fortune. I love this card. It's so funny and fun. Look at this, the expression of this fish. Oh my gosh, so funny. There's that, and there's the Ace of Wands underneath it here. And this is the ViceVersa Tarot. So this is the Sun card for this deck. This is the front of this Sun card, and this is the back of this Sun card. And then here's the Fool, the back of the Fool here. So these are your three piles, and I realized I didn't put crystals, so I'm going to be back in 1 second and I will put some crystals out. All right, I'm back with the crystals. We have, for pile number 1, we have this yellow aventurine oval. For pile number 2, there's this malachite hexagonal point. This is one of those things where you could look at it all day. It's so beautiful. Or at least me. I know I would be able to look at it all day. And then for pile number 3, this is the Unakite heart. Also very lovely. All right, these are our, sorry, I had my hand up there. So these are your three piles, your three crystals. Take as much time as you need to pick your pile, and I will see you in your reading. Hey, pile number 1, welcome to your reading. You chose this beautiful Sun card. This is the After Tarot. Beautiful sentiment as we're coming up on summer, as I'm doing this reading. And this yellow aventurine crystal. And I'm going to put this here with its friends. And we are going to pick a couple oracle cards. I have this oracle deck first. We'll pick a card from this one. Well, that was easy. And then I'm going to pick a card from this deck. Let me shuffle it again. Actually, I think 2 for this deck. And then let's pick your tarot cards. So this is the deck where you got your card from, your main card here from. few more. There's that one. And then we have this deck. This is Tarot of the Tales. I love the cover, the universal side. Whoa. Obviously, we needed that card. That card needed to jump out at us. Actually, we have all three of these. Well, that was easy. And then we have this ViceVersa tarot that I showed you at the beginning. So let's shuffle it without looking. I see all three of my cards that I'm going to pull up for you. No way. Another sun. You have two sun cards, pile number 1. Well, I guess these two. All right. Oops. What do we have? Let's start with our first oracle card. Time for a nap, number 24. Look at how cozy this little fox looks. I never noticed this before. The fox has a little star on it. Even the star is taking a nap. So cute. I'll put them here, the sun and the moon together. And then what else do you have for oracle cards? We have, this is card number 31, the turtle and coriander with satisfaction. Something's really going right for you, pile number 1. This is our last oracle card. This is card number 4. Oh, wait, is this an L or a? Yeah, so this is, I thought it was an I at first. So this is 45, the antelope and wheat with nourishment. Wow, you are in a zone here, pile number 1. Let's see what else. The Hermit card, yeah, with time for a nap, time for an overall look. An overall look at what's going on with you. The 8 of Pentacles, a lot of work has gone into where you are right now, a lot. And it looks like you're just about to reap the rewards. Your present moment, you know what? No, I shouldn't read too much until I see all the cards, but what I'm seeing right here is your present moment is finishing the work while knowing that it is going to reap rewards. And I love his fashion sense. These orange hose and the red ankle boots. Chef's kiss person. All right, so let's see. The 10 of Cups. This is such a significant reading for you, pile number 1. There's some major thing here. What do we have? The Moon card. This is the one that jumped out at us, and it's so appropriate that it jumped out because it has a bunny in her tennis clothes. Hee hee. Braving the woods. Look at all those little mushrooms. She knows exactly where she's going. She has a purpose. What else? We have the 8 of Pentacles again. The 8 of Pentacles again. Look at how long it's taken these redwoods to grow. Oh, look at the little deer. Look how long it's taken these redwoods to grow. You've been working so much and so long. Look at how long it's taken these redwoods to grow. Look at how long it's taken him to carve such an elaborate thing so perfectly. He has carved this perfectly. He has mastered not only this, but he's mastered his craft after long years of work. And now it's time to reap the rewards of all this work you've done. What's our final tarot card from this deck? The Nine of Pentacles. This is such a concentrated and it's such a focused reading. Your present moment is you. Look at them building this aqueduct. So interesting. You are at the end of your work. It's like this is their last kilometer of work here. This is their last kilometer of work on this aqueduct. And they are just about to reap the rewards. They are so diligent and so practiced now that they don't have to stress about anything. So their present moment is finishing the work and knowing that it is successful, that their success is inevitable. Inevitable. Not waiting for it so much as living in the knowing that it is inevitable. Let's see what this one is. So we have 4 more cards. We got the other Sun card. Very interesting. It's just a doubling of this Sun card. We got the 5 of Wands. Very interesting. We got the Hierophant. This is such an interesting card. This is the front of the Hierophant, and this is the back of the Hierophant. Do you see the fertility goddess statue? The little baby with the key, the apple? Very interesting. All right, there's this. And then we also got the Emperor. And look what he has on his chest plate. He has the sun. And then in the back, there's another sun on his throne. And there's also the moon, 2 crescent moons. There's a flaming torch. There's a block of some stone, marble or something. And we can clearly see that he is up in a cave. We just maybe thought that, well, maybe it was a you know, like an archway in a grand castle, and this is just painted, you know, these painted stars on there. But if you look on the other side, you see that he's actually in a cave overlooking a great valley. Very interesting. Well, let us see. First of all, there's just this double sun. This is all the good things, and together that with the 2 suns and the 2 8 of Pentacles, 2 8s of Pentacles, the 10 of Cups, the 9 of Pentacles, the Emperor card. There is a lot of inevitable success. Inevitable. So your present moment is clearly that time where you are at the end of your work and you are, there's a point where you have to know that success is inevitable. Inevitable. And that time is now. And you know what? There's no waiting left. There's no one day for you. You know that if you know, let's say, not that you know, if you can realize and know and understand and internalize, pile number one, the fact that the present moment, this present moment, this present moment, this present moment, this present moment is all there is in your life. And in this present moment, you have been sitting in the audience looking at the closed curtain of this, hiding the stage. And you have been saying, soon the curtains will open. Soon it will reveal what is in store for me. Soon, soon. You've been living like that. Soon this will come to me. I don't know when. I, pile number one, don't know when. But soon, soon. And you're just sitting there staring at these curtains. Now, in this present moment, you can switch to the curtains are opening, to it's inevitable that you will see and experience what before you were waiting for outside verification that you will get, that you are good enough to have any of those feelings, those thoughts. Now you know that you are, it's inevitable. It's inevitable, and that hard work you have put in has made it inevitable. And well, I don't know what to there's some stuff here in these oracle cards, but there's also this outlier here, this 5 of Wands. So I'm not sure. I think I'm gonna let this, I'm gonna come back to this because I have some thoughts already, but maybe some things will come clear to me as I'm looking at this, the rest of this. So you have the 2 suns. I already talked about this. This is like the sun squared. Beautiful, lovely, warm, generosity, beautiful, everything beautiful and coming alive and burgeoning with growth. I find it interesting that you have these 2 suns, but you have 1 moon, but you also have this emperor with the sun, and I think this is the moon back there. I think that's the real moon back there, maybe. But then we definitely have the sun and the moon and the 2 moons, because here we have the 2 suns and the moon. Here we have the sun and the 2 moons. So that is just so interesting. It seems like you have a choice as to whether you want the doubled sun or the doubled moon. The moon card is, it's intuition and, it's, mainly there's 2 sides to this. It's listening to your intuition, which we know it's just your assumption. Your intuition is your assumptions, because people that say, oh, I intuitively knew that this would happen. Well, that's true that they're saying that they think that it's their intuition, but it's really their assumptions. They assumed something would happen, and therefore it did. This bunny going into this forest with her little tennis clothes, she's just not scared. I mean, I've seen this card before. This has come up a couple times with me using this deck, of course. And the artist could have chosen to draw this bunny differently. Of course, number one, it's so cute that the artist drew it with the little tennis clothes and the little And the bunny walking upright. So cute, right? But the bunny is not scared. It's full night. Rabbits are crepuscular, so that means that they're active during the dawn and the dusk, during the time where, you know, the light is not full, and when the dark is not full. But she is in this forest in the middle of the night, but she is not scared, and she knows where she's going. And this forest looks very magical, right? With these little mushrooms everywhere and the purple boles of the trees, and maybe there's some breeze rustling the leaves, and there's some little stirrings of other animals, little rustling in the near distance. But she knows that she's okay. And she can say, I had an intuition that it was safe for me. But she really had an assumption that it would be safe for her. So this card is telling you, assume that everything turns out perfectly for you. This card is such a clear indicator to you, pile number one, that your job right now, because you have worked so hard, you've worked so hard to finish what you've been working on so long. And now your job is to assume that in this present moment, you are already successful and things are just unfolding for you to see that in the 3D, but you hang on to that assumption. And my point, another point was that the moon card, you know, you have a choice between 2 suns and a moon or 2 moons and a sun. And what I meant by that is the moon card is intuition or assumption, we can say, but it also can be, you know, fear and maybe even delusion, you know, that delusion in a way that, you know, fear-based assumptions, I'll say, fear-based assumptions. So you can assume that everything is coming up exactly the way, everything is growing exactly the way you want it to. You planted these sunflowers and they're coming up exactly the way you wanted them to. You practiced and practiced the carvings and your masterpiece came exactly the way you wanted it to. You're this redwood tree and you grew and grew and now you are exactly where you wanted to be, in full majesty with the sun on your needles. And you are these ants that are finishing your aqueduct, and it's perfect just the way you wanted it. You could do that, or you could assume something negative. That's AKA there's nothing positive or negative really. You could be assuming something you don't want. So don't do that. I think that's where this comes from. This is your main message then, because I don't know if you've seen this card before in some of my readings, but I find it hilarious. Okay, so they're bashing each other with these wands, right? And you see one is already broken. But this guy's helmet, so this is the front, this guy's helmet is over his eyes. And then this guy's helmet is over his eyes. But the point is, neither of them can see their opponent, and neither of them can see that this volcano has begun to erupt, and that they're going to be in much more dire circumstances than bashing each other with those wands. So what they have to do is tear off the helmets of deception, self-deception, and only see what they want. So your job, pile number one, is to only see the outcome that you desire. Only see this outcome. So this hermit is only able to illuminate the scene that he wants to play out. This hermit is only allowed by you to illuminate the scene that you want. You're both the hermit and you're this Ten of Cups scene. So we have the satisfaction of getting this stuff done. It's clear. Your satisfaction is in the fact that you have already mastered what you want to master, whether it be a skill, whether it be the manifestation, conscious manifestation, whether it be something else, whatever it is, you have the satisfaction of mastering it. Now you have your job is the focus on what you assume. So what you assume becomes real in the 3D, but what you assume becomes real the moment you assume it. Okay? It takes time for those curtains to open, but as you're staring at those curtains, you assume that they're opening any moment, but not in a waiting, that it's inevitable. I don't like the any moment. It's more, the curtains are closed and you assume that it is inevitable that they open. So this nourishment and time for a nap, they're really saying the same thing. Your work is done. Your work is done because the work has been on yourself. The work has been on yourself and your inner landscape. So now you rest instead of trying to manipulate the 3D. There's, I think this emperor, well, the emperor, look at how similar the emperor and the Hierophant are, right? In posture. You can find, and actually it's kind of funny because the hermit can also be seen as a teacher. So the hermit and the Hierophant can be the same figure. There's a figure in your life who is teaching you the ways, maybe of manifestation or something else, teaching you how to go along with what you want to manifest, or what you want, or how you want to manifest. Not go along as in go along with other people's ideas, but how to progress is what I should say. Let's look at the back of this. So interesting. I really don't know the significance of this, but if you do, here's a close shot of it. Very mystical looking. So, I mean, the Hierophant is also symbolizing marriage and family. So that makes sense. So marriage, stability, all the things that you would like, maybe. Stability in your manifestation, like stability in what you want to manifest. That it's here for you, and it's not, your manifestation is not something that is coming in, going out, coming in, going out. You get little glimpses of it and then it goes away. That's not what you want, presumably. I'm presuming this, but I would assume that most of you are like that. You, pile number one, you are the arbiter of whether it's stable or whether it flits in and flits out. So both the Hierophant and the Emperor are signifying that the stability comes from within. They are not stable because of what other people are telling them. See, this Hierophant has these two people, these two supplicants here, but the Hierophant is not looking at them for approval. The Hierophant is looking out. the Emperor is alone. I mean, you assume that he is in front of all of his subjects, but when you look at the back, you see that he's completely alone. But he's still the Emperor, no matter whether anybody's looking at him or not. The Hierophant is the Hierophant, no matter whether he has supplicants or not. This is your inner stability personified in these two cards. So your main message here is the work is done. Make sure that you are looking at your desire, at what you want to experience as inevitable as the curtains are opening upon your experience. And that you can rest and allow things to unfold. And they are unfolding in the now moment, moment by moment by moment by moment. Wow, pile number 1, this is your beautiful reading. Thank you so much for joining me for this reading. Thank you so much for all of your likes and your shares and your comments. And if you haven't subscribed, subscribing really helps me. So I would like to ask for your subscription if you have enjoyed this video, because it helps me and it helps other people find my readings. Thank you so much, and I know I'm going to see you very soon. Bye for now. Hey, pile number 2, welcome. You chose this charming Wheel of Fortune card, so cute, with all of these little fish. And especially, I love this fish up here, staring intently at the wheel, and this fish staring intently at us. What a cute card. And you also chose, along with it, you chose this malachite hexagonal point. So funny. All right, I'm keeping this here. And I have a couple oracle decks. So this is the first one. I'm going to pull a card from this. And I'm going to pull 1 or 2 cards from this deck. Whoa. Here's this. And so let's take some cards from our three tarot decks. Here's that. That was easy. They're jumping right out for you. And we have this deck. I wanted this one, but that one wanted to come out too. And we have this deck. All right, I'm gonna really carefully take out the cards because I don't want to see them. There's that. Ooh, the Magician. All right, what do we have besides the Magician? So we have the Treasure Island. I love this card. This is card number 9, Treasure Island. Look at all these treasures. Look at this sea turtle and all of the coins and the hearts. Things are so abundant that it's just, they're floating away in the air and floating away in the water. Very interesting card. There's that. This is such a charming card too. This is 36, the Finch and Peach with Romance. Wow. This peach is the Finch's treasure. And, ooh, this is also such a beautiful card. This is card 48. The Dragonfly and Pansy with Balance. This is such a gorgeous card with these colors. Wow. What nice, favorable cards you have for your Oracle cards. What else do you have? The 10 of Wands. The journey is finished. Very similar to pile number one's, one of pile number one's messages. The 5 of Swords. And we have the 9 of Cups. What else do we have here? The 10 of Cups. Wow. Okay, so this is the cutest card. Number one, this is the cutest card. Number two, you might look at this and think, oh my gosh, how cute this artist really is just taking a liberty with, you know, he or she, I think it's a he, but anyway, the artist is anthropomorphizing these otters, right? That's what you might think, but this is actually a real behavior that otters do, which is it's called, you know, humans call it rafting, which is when otters are going to fall asleep, you know, they sleep on their backs like this. They actually link arms so that they don't lose each other while they sleep and they don't float away and, you know, and have a hard time finding each other again. So this is actually a real behavior that otters do. So isn't that interesting? And we have the Lover's card. There is some sort of love thing going on. Look at this, the Lover's card. Oh, if you're not familiar with, I should have made this clear. If you're not familiar with tarot cards, both the 9 of Cups and the 10 of Cups are both wish fulfillment cards. So just wanted to make that clear. We have the 9 of Wands. Wow. So we have the 9 of Wands and the 10 of Wands. We have the 9 of Cups and the 10 of Cups. Very interesting when these things happen. So let's check. We have the snake painting and coiling around the colors. We have this, and it's painting with its tail. We have this lizard painting with its tongue, it looks like. And maybe even the snake is painting with its tongue too. We have this scorpion painting with a brush. We have this scorpion and this lizard painting with their brush. And then we have this scorpion not really doing anything except for running into the paint and then scurrying all over the place and making tracks over everything. Oh, and then this snake just spilled some paint all over the canvas. Very funny. Everybody's doing their own thing. All right, now what do we have? We have the Hanged Man. So this is the front, very standard Hanged Man art. And this is the back. We have a snake, another snake. We have this sickle or little scythe, and we have masks. And we have these two people approaching. I don't know what they're looking at. Maybe they're looking at the constellations, but they're approaching the Hanged Man. Very interesting. Now we have, ooh, the Queen of Cups. She is, her chalice, I love this artwork because it's like she is holding the chalice of her emotional health. She's, okay, so there's a lot of, I'm going to reveal the other two and then I'm going to get into this. Okay, so, ooh, so you have another 9 of Wands. Okay, so here's the front of the 9 of Wands, and now here's the back of the 9 of Wands. So you have 2 9s of Wands. And then, of course, this is the, oh, did I say Magician? I'm sorry, this is the 3 of Wands. This is the front of the 3 of Wands, and this is the back of the 3 of Wands. All right, so first of all, let's see. So you have the 10 of Wands, the 9 of Wands, and the 9 of Wands. You have the 10 of Cups and the 9 of Cups. Very interesting. Very strong Wands and Cups energy, because you have the 10 of Cups, the 9 of Cups, and the Queen of Cups. You have the 3 of Wands, the 9 of Wands, the 9 of Wands, the 10 of Wands. And you have 1 swords and you have no pentacles. And which is interesting because you have no pentacles, yet you have this treasure island. But the treasure island is a bunch of hearts as well as coins. And you know, the hearts are much more prevalent than the coins. If you see, the hearts are everywhere, and the coins are only, there's some coins in the treasure chest, but the hearts are all over the place. And the hearts are underneath the water. There's not many coins comparatively. So you could take this as yet another strong indicator that you have a love reading. You have this romance, you have the cups, 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 the lovers. The thing is, you, pile number 2, you have not been in balance. You have not been in balance. Things have felt like the world has been spinning out of control. You have 0 control over anything. The other party has all the control. Everything's happening to you and not for you. Everything's happening to the dictates of the other party or of life itself. Everything's happening around you. You're desperate to catch up. All of this stuff that's not true. It's just your assumptions. So this is what you might have been assuming in the past about your relationship. But this reading is showing you, and of course, the 9 of Wands, it's like, look at this, these 3. These cards are a little like sticky. They're not very slippery. They're not coated like other cards. So we have the 9 of Wands, we have the 9 of Wands, we have the 10 of Wands, and then we have the 3 of Wands. So we have a lot of Wands energy here. So what's going on with this? We have 2 9s of Wands. So let's look at these closer. And we have so this is a more traditional. So he's got a sun and a moon on his breastplate. That's interesting. If you're a watcher from pile number 1, you're going to know what this significance is. It's drawing in from pile number 1. And if you want to, if that seems significant to you, you can watch pile number 1, because it was a pretty major part of pile number 1's reading. So the 9 of Wands, this is the more traditional artwork of the 9 of Wands, like the Rider-Waite-Smith kind of artwork. So this is the front of the 9 of Wands for this deck. But then we have this back of the 9 of Wands. And the 9 of Wands is signifying that you're bruised and battered. This figure is bruised and battered, yet still standing, still capable of fighting. And they're almost at the end. It's the 9. There's only the 10 left. And you have the 10. So there's all of this activity here on this 9 of Wands, which is so hilarious. It's like everybody's fighting to be seen. Everybody's saying, I'm the real artist. No, I'm the real artist. No, this is my canvas. Right? And maybe that's what your love life has felt like in the past. That you and your partner have both been fighting over the canvas instead of cooperating and creating a masterpiece. But this, I find this so interesting because this really does look like a love reading, an integral part of the love reading. It's like wands are not really usually seen like that, but look, this is the traditional 9 of Wands, but on the back, he's looking at who he's fighting for. It's like his ideal, and she looks, everything is very, the saturation of all the other colors is very deep, but she is very, her unsaturated. So it's like, is this an image? Is it like he is fighting to protect what he loves? That's what it looks like to me. And so instead of, so the lesson here, even with just the 9 of Wands, is instead of fighting your thoughts, fighting your assumptions, fighting your dwelling in the past and or worrying about the future, you can, in your present moment, remember what you want and make it to the end with confidence. He still looks confident, even though he's all banged up. He's still confident that he is going to make it. He is fighting. He's beat up, but he's still confident that he is going to succeed. So we have these 2 9 of Wands, and then we have the 10 of Wands, where you have won. You have succeeded. Everyone else has laid down their arms, and you are there. You're the only one still, I would say standing, but you're sitting. You're the only one still there, and you have won, and you're so exhausted. So this is the after tarot. The after tarot is a couple minutes, a couple seconds or whatever after the Rider-Waite-Smith. And your burden is laid down. Your fight is over. You're fighting, your battle is over. Your burden is laid down. You have achieved your goal. And you're a little exhausted here. But that doesn't take away the fact that you have achieved your goal. What else do we have for the Wands? It is, here's the front of the 3 of Wands, looking out on the new barren plain. See, this is the future, this barren plain, and this is the past. This is the tangled, forest of past memories. This is the barren plain of the future. And this card is so clearly illustrating where the magic is. The magic is in the present moment. The magic is in the present moment, where we are illuminating what we want instead of our memories of the past, instead of our fears maybe of the future, and assumptions that we don't want. Our only magic is in the present, where we put our attention on what we do want. We put our attention on what we do want. If we put our attention on what we do want, the world morphs and changes around us to meet us at where we want to be. These wands are like really yeah, I think it's here. So here. I think it was like this. Or like this. I guess it doesn't really matter. All right, so that's the wands. It's like keeping your attention on what you do want. And the present moment is your magic. The present moment is the only place where the magic of your intention is available. Your intention is not available in the past, is not available in the memories. That's the front of it. This is the front of it. Your intention is not available in the future because you don't live in the future. Your intention is not available in the past because you don't live in the past. Your intention is only available in the present moment, so that's your magic. So this Hanged Man is really clear. You hang in the present moment. You stay no matter what is going on around you, no matter what craziness is going on around you, no matter what signals you're getting from the 3D around you. You stay, you hang, you're a stalwart of the present moment, because that's where your magic is. And look at this balance. I mean, this Wheel of Fortune. Look at them in their present moment. Are they thinking of the future? It looks like this little fish is anxious for the future. It looks like this little fish is pissed about the past. Are any of them living in the present moment? I mean, I know fish are probably really all in reality living in the present moment, but we're talking about this fiction depicted in this card. Living in the present moment allows the Wheel of Fortune to spin and end up where you want it to. So let's look at the heart of this. I didn't even mean that. I didn't even intentionally mean that. What do you call it? That Freudian slip, I guess. Well, it wasn't. I don't know. It's the heart of this reading, which is all of these cups. So we have the 9 of Cups, we have the 10 of Cups, and we have the Lovers, of course, are going to stay in here. And then we have the Queen of Cups, and we have this Romance card. What is going on here? We have 2 wish fulfillment cards, and the only thing that can bring this wish fulfilled state into your life is you and your intention that is only in the present moment. So romance is heavy on your mind, love. And so, love, lovers, romantic love, companionship, joy, abundance in all things, money and love, friendships in romantic relationships, and abundance in everything good. And I think that this card encapsulates everything for your reading, pile number 2. This Queen of Cups, she has this chalice here. She is the Queen of Cups. Things are surging around her. See this wave breaking? She's got water surging up around her. She is her the she is loved because her chalice here is filled, because she has filled it. She is not loved because someone else came and filled that chalice with love. She is loved because she has filled that chalice and she knows she is loved, and therefore her world conforms to her assumptions of being loved. No one else could ever tell her you are loved until she fills up her chalice with love herself. No one else can say you are enough, you are adored, you are cherished, until she fills that chalice up with all of those things. So pile number 2, that is the perfect card to illustrate exactly what this reading holds for you. Your chalice is yours to fill. Once you've filled it, others will drink of it, and everything will conform to your assumption of who you are. It's a miracle, feels like a miracle, but it really is the only way that life works. Everything coming into balance. Oh, and I could have put this treasure island. Of course, I want to put the treasure island here too. This is the hearts. This is all of the abundance and all of the love and the balance. So you just hang here in your present moment. Hang here in your present moment. I'm just going to continually rearrange these cards because they're all culminating in the same message, pile number 2, that you have to be in the present moment, creating your magic, bringing your attention to what you want, ignoring the past, ignoring the future, staying in the present moment, not ignoring the future, and not necessarily, well, not ignoring, shouldn't be that drastic, but it's like if thoughts come up, you can just let them go, because there is no future except what you're creating in your present moment. And once you get to the future, it is no longer future. So the only thing that exists are an endless necklace of present moments. And that is these jewels that are on this necklace are all created, an endless necklace of present moments that you have created. So, wow, pile number 2, this is your beautiful reading. All these cards all messed up, but it's such a beautiful message and so abundant. And the good thing is, pile number 2, is that you hold all of the power. So use it. Use it, pile number 1. It's yours to use or to not. It's yours to use or yours to lose. So here's your reading, pile number 2. Thank you so much for joining me. And thank you for the likes, the shares, the comments. I love your comments. And if you haven't subscribed yet, it really helps me. It helps my channel, and it helps other people to find out and learn and watch these readings. So if you would subscribe, I would totally appreciate it. Thank you so much for joining me, and I know I'm going to see you very soon. Bye for now. Hey, pile number 3, welcome to your reading. You chose this ViceVersa Tarot Sun card. This is the front and the back. And you also chose this Unikite heart. All right, pile number 1 and pile number 2 had such wonderful readings. So I know this one's going to be a great reading as well. I'm going to pull one card from this oracle deck. I think I see it already here. There's that one. And then I'm going to pull two. The other two piles had two, so there's these two. And now we have the tarot deck. So I'm going to pull a couple cards from this one. Oop. So there's these. I'm going to pull some from this one. There's those three. And then I'm not going to look at the cards. I'm going to look only at the edges of these cards, so I will not see the cards before I pull them here. This one. Oh, this one. All right. What do we have? First of all, we have Between Worlds, card number 3. I love this card. Look at that. So the grayscale card with just, I'm going to do this. We have this grayscale card, the foreboding looking, the gray sea, the foreboding looking gray sky. And then we have the party, the fireworks shooting up out of this flamingo's crown. We have the little, what do you call it? The confetti, little ribbons. And then we have this hummingbird. And the sea is blue and the sky is blue. The clouds are white. It's just such a wonderful illustration of this point. So you are between worlds. It looks like that's your present moment, is between worlds. And I have to say, of course, with the ViceVersa tarot, you can't hide what they are. So this is the Wheel of Fortune. And this is what's happening to your world right now. It's turning and moving and shaping into what you want by the power of your present moment, of your focus on what you want in the present moment. So we have this oracle card. This is the snail. Oh my gosh. Pile number 3. This reading is going to be just as amazing as pile number 1 and pile number 2. Trust in the invisible, the snail and huckleberry. This is card 41. Trust in the invisible. This is so awesome. And then let's see what your final oracle card is. Oh, wow. This is card number 30, the beaver and birch with home. How cute. So, you know, if you think about it, the present moment is your home because it's the only place you'll ever live. You'll never live in any other place than your present moment. And you are presently stepping into your new world, stepping into the world you have created by focusing on what you want in the present moment and just trusting that it will all work in your favor. Man, this is a whole reading all by itself. Let's just, no. But I mean, how awesome is this reading already? The Queen of Cups. I already can see exactly what's going on. The Lover's card. Yep. This is your second Lover's card because I already know. I mean, it's your first, but I already know because, oh no, you got the Two of Cups. Oh my God. Pile number 3. Words are failing me. We have the Two of Swords. Look at how it's mirroring this. It's like you are between the two worlds. What else do we have? The Devil card. I love this card. I have not seen this card in a while, and I love this card. I have so much to say. Let's take the rest out before I start reading. We have the Fool card. Again, these are also appropriate to today's message for you, pile number 3. We have the Star card. This is such a clear message for you, pile number 3. We have the Knight of Swords. This is one of the 2 speedy knights. The fastest knight in the deck is the Knight of Wands. The second fastest is the Knight of Swords, rushing around. We have the Magician, the front and the back. The Magician is the Manifestor card, and you see that he's also here. You can see that he is also the figure in the Wheel of Fortune on the back, which is so interesting. We have this is why I was saying we have the two we have the 2 Lovers cards, because I saw this 2 of Cups, and the 2 of Cups is more of a romantic love card than the Lovers card. The Lovers card can mean choice, which is so interesting because this choice card came up right next to the Lovers card. So if it were only this choice card and this Lovers card, I would say that this Lovers card represented more of a binary choice, but then the Queen of Cups is on the other side of the Lovers card, so it looks like a choice about your love life. Like there's things coming into balance here about your love life. And this, as I said, this 2 of Cups is the romantic love card. So that's the front, and this is the back. And it's funny, they have the same haircut. Same haircut. And then we have the Wheel of Fortune. This is the front with the Sphinx and the jackal-headed and the snake-headed person. And then we have the Magician on the back. And since we have the Magician as well, I'm going to leave it with the back because it just seems more appropriate. What's the back of this one? Look at the birds. Looks so hopeful, doesn't it? It's like charging toward your goal. That's what this is. It's just charging toward your goal. All right, pile number 3. There's a lot of love in this reading, and there's a lot of stepping into your power. So, all right, first of all, we have this choice. It's interesting. We have the Lovers card, and we have this 2 of Swords, as well as the Between Worlds. So, as I said, you've got 2 things. It looks like with at least one topic of yours, and looks like it's probably your, love life. You've got 2 choices, and what is it? Is it between 2 people? Is it between the old version of your specific person and the new version? Is it between it feels like to me that you have been fighting that not fighting as in like getting in arguments or something, but you have been fighting with maybe this is the old version of your specific person and this is the new version. And you have been sitting here blindfolded, sad, letting them fight it out in your mind. And instead of letting them fight it out in your mind like you don't have any agency, just say goodbye to that person. Say goodbye to the old version. Just say goodbye. Goodbye. I don't need you anymore. And the only way you can do this is the thing. There's no waiting in manifestation. There's zero waiting in manifestation. There's no waiting. It's all done in the present moment. And so if this is your present moment, then you are doing present moment wrong. If that's your present moment, if this is your present moment, you're doing present moment wrong. If this is you shining the light on something and creating monsters out of the past or the future, like out of memories of the past that you don't like, out of worries about the future you don't like, this is the past, or you could either take this as the past, or this you could take this as your present moment observation, right? So this is your present moment, and this is you creating something out of it with your assumptions. So this is you, this is your view, this is your gaze, this is the ego gaze right here. That's this torch, or flashlight, whatever you want to call it. This is you, this is your present moment. And this is either your past hurts, this is maybe your future worries, this is your unpreferred version of your SP. This is anything that you are bringing into your present moment, or you're letting your present moment mean. This is your assumptions about what things in the 3D mean. This is anything other than your attention on what you want. You want this cute little mouse. You don't want this monster. So instead of that, every moment is a clean slate. Let's let that sink in. Every moment is a clean slate. This is a moment for you to let go of anything that you do not want. Every single present moment. Pile number 3. And every single present moment, you can be the fool, unconnected to anything that has happened in your past. You can say goodbye to anything. And it's simple, but I'm not saying it's easy sometimes. Sometimes it's more difficult than others, which is also an assumption, but pretty common assumption. But what I'm saying is, pile number 3, every single moment is a chance for you to look upon this present moment as the miracle that it is. That's what all of these little critters are doing. They're looking upon their present moment and upon their own creative power with attention and just, I want to say acceptance, but not as in like just, oh, I'm accepting something, as in like, wow, I am this powerful. This is my present moment, and I am powerful, and I accept it. So you have two magicians, and you have two kind of, where is it? Present moment stepping from one into the other kind of thing. You have this trust in the invisible. I mean, but you have two magicians in the exact same posture, saying the exact same thing. This is card number 1, this is card number 10. Pile number 3, you are at this moment where you are creating exactly what you want. And the reason that this is significant is because you are finally becoming aware of just how powerful you are. That's the reason why this moment, and then this moment, and then this moment, that's why these present moments are so powerful, is because you are stepping into your power. You're coming home, so to speak. Your power is in the now moment, and you are realizing just how powerful you are. So, what is this trust in the invisible? This card is kind of atypical for this deck. It's usually not so like on the nose for manifestation. And I mean, if you think about it, this is also saying home, because where's a snail's home is on its back. Kind of interesting. So pile number 3, this is such an amazing reading. We haven't even gotten to this lovers thing yet. So obviously there is something really on your mind about relationships, about love. And there's some sort of intensity that you have, some sort of maybe worry, or what am I trying to say? Either worry or like anxiety about time. And there really is no time. It's only, like I said to pile number 2, I think it was pile number 2, it was pile number 2, your life experience is just one long infinite necklace of jewels, and each jewel is a present moment. This present moment, this present moment, this present moment, this present moment. It's an endless necklace of present moments. And so being anxious about time, wondering, is taking you out of your absolute creative power in the present moment. So what do we have here? We have the Lover's card and the 2 of Cups, which means a strong love focus on the reading. And so I think that all of this other stuff that I've been telling you is focused on your relationship. And this is the same card, not from this deck, it's from a different deck, was the same card in pile number 2, and it is, look at the fish, a golden fish, but it's the same thing. It's showing the same thing, and it is signifying the same thing. That is, she's the Queen of Cups. She is loved, and she is love. And how she becomes loved, how she is loved in the present moment, is she fills up this chalice with love, and therefore others drink from this chalice of love, which is never ending. It never runs out unless she believes it is. It's not like people come and drain something from her. People come and are maybe reinforced or something. There's a word that they're like compelled maybe to drink from this chalice of love, of her love, because it's the only option, because she has filled up her own chalice with love, and so therefore everyone must love her the way she wants to be loved, because she does not look, she's not looking out for approval to anyone. She's looking at her own chalice and confident that she has filled it, and that is all she needs to do. She doesn't have to look out at anybody else. She doesn't have to do anything. She doesn't have to chase anyone. She doesn't have to affirm 1,000 times a day. She doesn't have to do anything. She can if she wants, but she doesn't have to do anything except that know who she is and know that her creative power, her massive amount of creative power, is in the present moment. And that once she does that, once she accepts that, immediately things change and move. Change and move, and the wheel rolls into a new configuration, and everything happens the way she wants it, and maybe not exactly in the way she expected, but it's always what she wants. Pile number 3. This is your amazing reading. This is your present moment. This is you. This is your present moment. Stepping into your power, stepping into your present moment, your awareness of your present moment, stepping into the you that you want to be. That is you. And every single moment, I just want to reiterate, every single moment, you have a brand new, clean slate. You can be completely unconnected from anything that's happened in the past and be whoever you want to be. Wow, pile number 3, thank you so much for joining me for this powerful reading. Thank you so much for your likes and your shares and your comments. And if you haven't subscribed, it really helps my channel when you subscribe, and it also helps other people to find my readings. So if you haven't subscribed yet, I would so appreciate you subscribing to my channel. So I know I'm going to see you very soon. Bye for now.